Hey everyone, welcome back to the channel. Mark here with the Better Mark. Let's break down the Friday Major League Baseball card on May 17th. Quick recap from yesterday. 3 wins, 1 loss, and a push on the card. So a profitable day, splitting in the NBA as well. So that's kind of what we're looking at within the recap. I'm going to get into today's picks. We're going to go into each and every game. I have 3, possibly 4 best bets with a little bit of a money line parlay that I put together for you guys with a lot of favorable conditions. I know a lot of you guys ask for those. It's not necessarily something I bet, but I am going to give you guys what I would be picking if I was to do it. So let's get into it. Before we do, though, make sure you all subscribe down below, smash that like button, and please let me know your comments down below on which bets and picks you'll be on for this evening's contest. All right, so let's hit it. Let's get into it. Also, if you guys are looking for cool stuff, that you need a little bit more to go with your daily sports betting, hop on over to our Discord, totally free. We have a lot of people joining there as well as becoming channel members. Links down below. Also, there's sign-up bonuses that you can find on the Discord as well if you want to get into some more books and so on and so forth. So if you're looking for those opportunities and a lot of cool stuff that we do, announcements daily, make sure you guys all hop on over to the Discord. So that's what we're doing, and let's get down into the picks. Here is the odds jam. Our first game up is the Pittsburgh Pirates and Chicago Cubs. All right, this is where we are going to take the homeboy, right? We are taking Paul Skeens, something where we saw in his first outing, right? What did Paul Skeens do? Well, let's actually get into the numbers. Okay, we look at that first outing. 6 hits, 3 runs, 3 earned runs, 1 home run, and 2 walks to go along with 7 Ks. So 4 innings of work. Kind of got beat up a little bit. So it's one where I'm trying to bet this game. I haven't figured out how I'm going to do it, okay? I dabble in the fact that I like the Cubs at home plus 104. The Cubs, by all accounts, though, have not been able to get it done from what you'd call a scoring perspective, okay? Because Kyle Hendricks, 10-plus ERA. I'm going to pull up Chicago's record real quick because got me thinking now. Unfortunately, this is what we're looking at, right? The Pirates won yesterday 5-4. The Cubs at home, beating the Braves. It's been losing 2 out of 3 to the Braves. And every time that the Cubs and Pirates match up, there's been 9+ runs this season. This is one where it jumps off the page to me as a way too low of a total. I understand it was Paul Skeens' first start. But I'm looking into this game more and more, and you can find a juiced up 7 out there. Okay, so I think that's where we're going to head with this instead of taking the side. But I do want to bet this game, so I am going to take a juiced up 7 out there and lay a minus 120, lay a price in the minus 120s as my first official play. Okay. Next one is Nationals and Philly. This is one where we're going to look into the game between Jake Irvin and Zach Wheeler. This will be part of my money line parlay. It's a very favorable matchup against for the Phillies, especially coming off of a loss at home. Minus 255. One of those plays where going against the Nationals, I really don't like to do the run line. They're a very good cover team. I'm going to stay away from it from that perspective. Okay, but we will be taking them in that money line parlay. All right, and then the Bryce Miller Baltimore matchup. We do not have a opponent or a scheduled pitcher for Baltimore. So I can't really handicap this game to my standards, okay? But obviously, Baltimore at home, coming off some rest. I think this is one where we look into this game. And I potentially would go Baltimore money line depending on who they throw out there. But the Mariners have been kind of scrappy lately, 24-20 on the season. So I'm going to cross this one off just because I don't need it. There's way too many better plays out there. Also, let's get into the Chicago White Sox, okay, and the New York Yankees. This is a game where I definitely lean towards the over, especially within this contest where we see Yankees have been hitting the baseball. They've been playing good defense as well, but we are going to be looking at this game as part of our moneyline parlay as well, where we're going to be backing the New York Yankees at home. Nestor Cortez 1-4 on the season. Let's try to get him another win. That will be part of that parlay. Okay, but no official play. Something else that you need to look at is That top of the Yankees order has been absolutely smashing the ball lately. So if you guys dabble in the prop markets, this is an outstanding matchup against basically a just Clevenger. He throws hard, but sometimes, in a ballpark such as New York, you just let the pitcher supply the power, and there's going to be a couple few long balls in this game. I'm kind of shocked that the total is kind of sitting there around 8. I thought this game would be more so shaded to 8.5, 9. But that's kind of where we're at. It's probably a fade against the White Sox, why we're seeing some suppression of that total, but no official play for me outside of that moneyline parlay. Okay. The next one on the card, Tampa Bay and the Toronto Blue Jays. That's one where we look into the game between Tyler Anderson and Chris Bassett. I have no indication on Tampa Bay. They're a very hard team to handicap, and quite frankly, so is the Blue Jays. All right, so this is one where before I even made one pick or put together one bet, I just took my Sharpie and crossed this one off my piece of paper. This one will not even see the light of day. It didn't even get my analysis. I'll watch the game just to see the outcome, just to accumulate a data point. But these might be the two hardest teams to handicap in Major League Baseball to my standards. Two of them at least. If anything, I would lean towards taking the over, and that'd be simply the only play that I can make in this game. But no official play. Okay. Next game is the Twins and the Guardians. We are going to be on the Twins. I look for them to bounce back. Okay. I hate betting against Cleveland at home. But this is something where I like Tristan McKenzie, but I like Simeon Woods-Richardson and how he's been showing lately. I think this is something where I favor low scoring. I think the over 8.5 is a really good play. But I just can't turn down the Twins on a plus price. It's simply a value play, plus 108, that we're going to be taking on the money line. Probably a stupid play, to be honest, because I am an Indians fan. But it's just a baseball bet, right? And this is where the value's at. A lot of the money is on the Guardians, so taking the plus 108 with the Twins is something I'm comfortable with because that is something definitely where I see the value on this matchup, okay? Especially because the Twins, too, we look into some of what they've been doing. They've dropped 4 out of 5, okay? And Cleveland has won 3 out of 5. So Cleveland coming home, it's something where it's definitely kind of a juicy Cleveland matchup, but I just think that the Twins kind of look to get back kind of on their streak. So we will be taking the Twins on the money line with a lean towards the under, okay? Next game is the Mets and the Marlins. The Marlins, by all accounts, should absolutely get dismantled in this game. We saw an overtime or extra innings game with the New York Mets and the Philadelphia Phillies yesterday, kind of costing us a little bit in the long run. We were all in Phillies, and that was my only loss of the day, was that Phillies money line. But hey, what are you going to do? So we got Christian Scott, like I said, definitely the edge to the Mets, but not by a large margin. Let's look into the kind of the props against Jesus Luzardo. You could get into the over-earned runs. I like that a lot for him. I think the Mets, their bats are starting to wake up a little bit. I think they get a little healthier today. But traveling down to Miami, I think this is something where the Mets get it done. Minus 113, great money line price for them. That would be my lean. I'm not going to play it, but that would be a strong lean for today. Okay. San Diego and the Braves is the next game. The Braves are part of that money line parlay. I think San Diego's kind of in a funk right now. So we got Max Fried pitching against a +5 ERA pitcher, 1-5 on the season within Matt Waldron. So I'm going to be looking to back the Braves in that parlay. I think this is a kind of a layup for them at home to get a W. Okay. Then we have a couple more games left on today's card, 7 to be exact. I'm going to try to breeze through these a little quicker. Excuse me. The Athletics and the Royals. No pitcher slated for the Athletics. I kind of have an idea who it is, but Cole Reagan's pitching for the Royals. You can really get into a number right here with at home where possibly taking the Royals on a run line. That would be where I would lean in this game, but no official play for me, okay? Because I don't really know. I don't know who Athletics are rolling out there on the mound, so it's going to be hard to handicap that one. Tyler Anderson, Andrew Heaney, Angels, Rangers, definitely leaning towards the Rangers in this matchup, but minus 162 with Heaney pitching is not something I'm looking to take. Okay, possibly get into that over 8.5. We're seeing that number 9.5 in some spots, so definitely some value right now as it stands on that over 8.5 in this game, but no official play. All right, and then we'll get into the Milwaukee Brewers and Houston Astros game. This is one where I have a very strong play on Milwaukee. I might end up betting this a little even heavier, but Milwaukee going against Hunter Brown, Freddie Peralta on the mound for the Brewers. Houston's bats are waking up. That's the only thing that scares me in this game. So my better play for this matchup is the over 8. We're going to be taking. You can even find a juiced up 7.5 if you want, but the over 8 is where we're at with Hunter Brown. Lean towards taking the over 2.5 earned runs for Hunter Brown as well. Milwaukee's been putting up some runs, so that's where I'm at. I'm going to have 2 plays in that game. Look to kind of get it done, and that's something where if you guys want to use some of those bonuses and get into same-game parlays, this is a great game to do so. I think there's going to be a lot of offensive output, and I do think that the Brewers get it done in the win column, okay? Next game is Boston-St. Louis. Kyle Gibson hosting Brian Bello. We look at this, and this is a dead coin flip. I didn't have to look at the odds, and to my assurance, it is. It's minus 105, plus 101, exactly where I thought it would be. We're not going to be playing this one. It's too much of a coin flip. I would lean towards the Cardinals, but the Cardinals at home have been kind of streaky, and it's something where like I said, I don't like betting coin flip games. If I want to do that, I'll go play roulette. There's no edge within this, so I'm going to kind of stay away from it. We look at Boston. They've lost 3 out of the 5, and St. Louis has won 3 out of 5, okay, but albeit against different competition. I just think that the Cardinals at home, 6-11 on the season, it's just something that kind of scratches my head. All right, and I just can't get behind any of these teams, so no official play. All right, and then the final 2 games on the card, the next one will be the Tigers and D-backs. Kind of a juicy price if you want to get behind the Tigers, minus 135. Skew ball pitching for the Tigers. I definitely like the strikeout props for skew ball if you want to get into that market. Always like playing that. 60 Ks on the season, one of the league leaders. Okay, but I won't have a play on the side. I think that the 135 on the road's a little bit too out of the realm of possibility. Ryan Nelson for the Diamondbacks. If the Tigers are going to find a game to get to a pitcher, it would be this one. But within this matchup, we've seen the Tigers kind of lay an egg within scoring runs, and we know the Diamondbacks can put up double digits if they were to get to the pen. They can just have a little bit better, I think, of offensive output. Tigers are just failing to score runs, losing 2 games, very, very small totals. So it's kind of a weird spot. You could even find the likes of 7.5s, 8s out there. If you want to get on board with an under, first 5 under, I think would be more favorable. That's something I might bet, but no official play for me in this matchup, okay? And then the final 2 games on the card, we're just going to cross off the last one. Rockies-Giants. I have no clue what to do with that one. The Rockies are a stay-away team right now for my liking. I just can't handicap them. They've kind of won in a lot of spots they shouldn't have, and vice versa. Now they're 15-28 on the road, going to play the Giants. This one's crossed off as well, so no official play. All right, and then the final game, James Paxton and Frankie Montas within the Dodgers-Reds. This is something where I definitely want to back the Dodgers. I'm not doing it at a minus $2 price, but within this matchup, you see some value taking the minus 1.5 run line, plus 104 at plus money. Anytime you get the Dodgers on the run line at a plus price, it's definitely almost like an auto bet. But there's something weird going on. The Dodgers, they've dropped a few, and you look into some of the deeper analytics and whatnot. They're losing games where they shouldn't, and the bats wake up and then they shut down. But here we go against a 4-1 loss against San Francisco and a 7-2 loss against Cincinnati. Will the Dodgers lose 3 straight? I don't think so. So they're going to round out my moneyline parlay, and that I'll present to you guys right now on your screen. So before we get into it, make sure you guys all subscribe down below, smash that like button, and please let me know your comments down below as well. But here are my plays for those of you that like it at the end. Just make sure you guys are watching the video in its entirety. That's all I ask. There's really no way to police it, but there is a way to prevent it. I could disable fast forwarding, and I don't want to do that because I know you guys like to go back and rewatch certain parts of what I have to put out there. So, but these are my plays. Milwaukee on the money line, over in the over 8 in the Milwaukee and Astros games, probably my favorite bet of the day. Twins on the money line plus 108, Pirates over 7, as well as we're going to do a Dodgers, Braves, Yankees, Phillies 1-unit parlay at a plus 317 price. And I know a lot of you guys out there are saying don't put together more than four teams, but it's kind of what I'm doing for not necessarily my bets, but a lot of people out there ask for it. So I'm going to provide my best parlay from time to time that I can give you guys. So that is it for today. I do love moneyline parlays in baseball. I'll never bet these at a huge dollar price as they are individually, but all of these teams have favorable conditions. The Dodgers not losing 3 straight, Phillies off a bad loss with one of their aces going, okay, and then the Yankees have a plus matchup as well as the Braves as well. So see this one going down. I've been wrong. I've been known to be wrong from time to time, but we will be taking that as my final play in tonight's contest. So appreciate you guys. Hope all is well. Remember to subscribe, like I said, and we'll see you guys all in the next video. Cheers.